second quarter kicks off here. The last game of the evening, the Raiders versus the All-Stars. Raiders with the 1-goal lead over here. My name is Bryce and I'll be with you for this quarter. A bit of a wayward pass there. Ball goes straight out and All-Stars get possession in the defensive quarter of the Raiders. Mbasa Pilangane with a fantastic ball to the right, but just a little bit ahead of his teammate there, and ball goes astray and Raiders get the ball back. Dale Gertson on the ball, currently under 16, playing up in the under 18 age group. He was part of the Western Province under 16A side that got the bronze medal, and it's been picked off there by the All-Stars and could just be a counter-attack. But well played there by Christian, and the All-Stars still have the ball, and Dale Gertson, bit of indoor style tackling there, nice and low, nice and flat, no way through there for the All-Stars, and just an overhead to release pressure, but straight back to the All-Stars. You're coming. Looking to work this left-hand side here. Haven't been successful yet, but they keep coming down, and Mbasa Pilangane gets in, fire service shot, and it's good defense there by the Raiders. Zaya player with a great ball down the line, and it's Ruben Senzel, the Boerland player from Paul Roos, and just rolls his wrist over the ball and ends up hitting the back of his stick, and that's why the umpire and umpire's manager Ant Rimbold has blown him up. Let's get away with one over there. On the other side we have the under 16 Raiders playing against the Heat, and currently 1-0 up there. You can see in the background of your pictures there. Massive shout out to Enhanced Sports and their filming team for the great quality pictures you are seeing, and you can be watching this anywhere in the world. And it's a high turnover for the Raiders. It's fantastic stick work, and what a great save there by the All-Stars goalkeeper, smothering the ball and keeping it out. But it seems there is a penalty corner that has been won for the Raiders, and I'm pretty sure we'll see Ruben Senzel on the top of the D's, being a prolific goal-scoring machine from the drag flick. And there's also Dale Gertson, also can do his job at drag flicking. Let's see what they come up with over here. Just behind there, penalty corner for the Heat under 16, and well defended there. In goals there for the Raiders. Noah Fenter. The Raiders are 2-0 up with the under 16s as we get going over here. Watch castle number 1, Ruben Senzel. Good injection, good trap. Ruben on the flick, and it's well run down there by the first wave. Josh Metler of Kuro Dermavo, and it's Josh Opperman. Plays it wide. It's a fantastic ball, and Isaiah Pillay just splicing that shot, almost taking out Sebler Grange at the same time. I feel that he could have got that on target. Would have been questions there if it were hit for the All-Stars. Looking to take it quickly. Plays inside to Mbasa Pilangane. Just recycles. Some good interchange, and what a touch there by Mbasa. Part of the under 18A Western Province team that won gold at RPT this year, and showing his quality. The Zaya player unfortunately missed out due to breaking his collarbone, and showing his quality. Raiders coming up the left-hand side here, winning a free hit. And it's just over 7 minutes to play until half-time. It's been a fantastic game to watch. Really enjoying commentating this one. Gertson to Lichlin Ojekwa. Out wide. Bit of a loud sound in that tackle. Lekno Jekwa to Isaiah holds onto the ball. Really good ball retention here by the Raiders, not forcing the attack, and makes it very frustrating for the All-Stars not having the ball, and they're just going to chase. And it's very good work by the Raiders, moving it from one side to the other and really stretching the attack or the press of the All-Stars. But just a little bit of forcing there, maybe a bit of inexperience, and the All-Stars come away with the ball. Can they launch a counter-attack? But Al Goetze makes up for it and picks up the ball, connects well there. Raiders playing some beautiful work on the left-hand side here. Can they get something out of this? Seb Lagrange on far post. Unfortunately, just hits him on the shin pad, and All-Stars are lucky to get away with that one. You definitely thought the Raiders were going to extend the lead there, but unfortunately just not able to. Gertson giving possession away rather cheaply in the midfield there for the Raiders, and the All-Stars are now coming on the attack. Good counter defense there by the Raiders, and they look to launch attack through. Isaiah play has been fundamental in this Raiders side in this first half already, and showing some of his slick skills there, but to no avail as it's turned over. A lot of double turnovers here. Double turnover is when you win the ball and then you give it straight back to the opposition, and that's a fantastic ball through the middle. Strikers maybe not stretching, guilty of not stretching the field enough over there, and ball goes out and it's All-Stars ball. Raiders with a nice high press here, putting all the pressure on the All-Stars, looking to extend the lead. One goal is never really comfortable here when you're playing the game, as all the other team needs is just one breakaway, one goal, and they're back in it already, and we're back to even. So I think the Raiders will look to extend the lead. This is not me being biased as the franchise director of the Raiders, but coming more of a neutral here. All-Stars will definitely look to try and get back into this game before the halftime. They've got 4 minutes to do it, but pegged back, and Ruben Senzo wins it high up. This is where he thrives. Keepers down on the ground. Good connection play, and unfortunately, Cameron Lazar making a mess of it when it was easier to score than to miss, and he just has not got the shot off there, and it slides past the outside of the goal box, so he had the whole goal box to aim at. And here we go, cheaply given away by the All-Stars. Raiders enjoying some high territory here in the final moments of the second quarter here. All-Stars coming here, enjoying some possession in the Raiders' defensive quarter. Can they get something out of this? Drives on the right-hand side baseline, but Little Nojekwa, the SA under 17 player, showing his quality and calm and cool in defense. And exactly like a Raider, nice and aggressive and winning the ball. Tristan Duplessis Leclerc in the centre back. They give the ball away cheaply, and luckily break down the play just outside the D. What can the All-Stars come up here? I'm pretty sure that Coach Evans will get quite a few players forward here. All-Stars going direct, and maybe a little bit too direct, and Mbasa just playing it a little bit too ahead of his teammate there, and I'm sure the Raiders will look to wind the clock down here and go into the halftime with a 1-goal lead. Nojekwa, Duplessis. Raiders nice and calm, just moving the ball, stepping up the platform, the two centre backs, waiting for the right moment to go forward. As I said earlier, just good ball retention by the Raiders, just move it from side to side, really stretch the opposition, and when the time is right, they look to attack. And that's got to hurt Mbasa being hit and just a little bit lifted there, not on purpose, unfortunately. And it looks like we have an injury. There's no stoppages in time, so you'll see the clock is winding down. Let's hope he's okay and it's not too so strong little lad. I'm sure he'll just sit down, get his breath back, and he'll be good to go. Looks like the umpire, Liam Ferguson, has signaled to the bench that he will need to come off. I think it just hit him on the inside of his thigh. Seems to be okay, but probably just wants to get off, and he'll look to be good for the second half. 50 seconds to play here until halftime. The Raiders 1-0 up. All Stars looking to come back just before halftime, but Lechlin Ojeko with a fantastic challenge, stepping hard and now creating the counter-attack. He's released Leighton Olkers on the ball, just slowed it down a little bit and played a little bit backwards, but no need for the Raiders to be going forward. They can just see this out and go 1-0 in on the halftime. But as you might have heard there, Coach Aziz Kasim wanted the play to go forward. And here we have the All-Stars. Can they get something towards the end of the second quarter? 5 seconds left on the clock. And they've played backwards, and that is time up, and it's half-time here on Western Province Cricket Club A Field. The Raiders leading by 1-0 over the All-Stars. We'll be back in about 30 to 40 seconds. We either ready in the second half and get on the score sheet and get Dal Gertson. Good little mini games here played by Zayapale. We got Seb Lagrange on the ball and gives it away cheaply, and Coach Aziz Kasim will not be happy with that, but good counter defense and slows the attack down at least. But here we go, All-Stars progressing nicely. Good counter cover there by Dale Gertson, running the ball out, keeping it on his stick, and winning the sideline free hit. We got some great coaches involved in this game. On the All-Star side, we have Steve Evans, known as Sevens, Beijing Olympics, ex-national player for a long time, went to Maritzburg College in Pietermaritzburg. Fantastic coach. He created actual history with the, as we see the All-Stars get in here, it's a backhand shot and it's gone over the goal box. It would be three coach. He took the Western Province Pens team, beat the Western Province A team in the semi-finals and actually won the tournament, or could have beaten the A side in the spaces. And yes, that surname rings a bell. He is the father to the two young proteges, Mustafa and Dayan Kasim, both over now in Germany playing for Mönchengladbach in the Bundesliga 2 and part of the SA men's indoor and outdoor team, been to the Olympics, the Commonwealth Games, you name it, they've been there. And I'm sure Aziz Kasim had something to do with that. And if the boys are listening and watching the game from over there, drop some love for us in the comment section. Mustafa Kasim was part of the very first edition, and he was actually in the under-18 Raiders side, and they won gold that year. Can the Raiders redo that this year? All-Stars, current defending champions, can they come back in this game and try to protect their title? Today is only the first game. We've still got a long weekend of hockey. Both teams play 5 games. And it will be interesting to see where we are on Sunday evening. So stay tuned. We are obviously here at Western Province Cricket Club. So if you have nothing to do, get down. It's been great vibe here. Lots of parents. The watering hole is open and the kitchen, some say, make the best chicken strip and chips in the country.
Some would be correct, Bryce, because I'm busy eating chicken strips and chips, and the All-Stars are inspired by my chicken strips and they're looking for a chicken wing of their own. But they don't get one.
Josh Metler, part of the Western Province under 16A boys this year. Fantastic young player. I think he was also part of the under 16 SA HP squad that was chosen. We've got some fantastic talent on show here, as you've seen in the previous games as well. Some great play there by the Raiders, unfortunately just ahead of his teammate. And as I've said, they keep moving the ball from left to right, and it's good to see, because all they do there is just open up the defensive press and then put it through the middle.
Spitho is standing on the side having a short break. And the Raiders really play an exciting brand of hockey. It's a go forward, front foot kind of hockey.
I think I would like them to see them getting a few more penalty corners and bring in Ruben Senzel, also part of that SA under 16 team, played for Boland, was tied top goal scorer. He's definitely a threat, as you can see him pressing now, putting the All-Stars under extreme pressure and almost winning it back, but counterpart comes and helps him, and here's the Raiders. Can they extend their lead? Good defending by Mbasa Mpilagane. Can they get an outcome? And just as Tyron said now, maybe just a little bit disappointing with the Raiders and the opportunities they've had go big in Seb Lagrange in the first half, having one sliding out wide. Same with Cameron Lazar. I think that could have put the game to bed already.
Yeah, there was that massive chance in the first half where it basically opened like the Red Sea for Moses, and instead of putting some power on the shots or placing it perfectly, it was a soft, really disappointing scoop straight at the keeper. And yeah, I just think, as we've seen in the games earlier, by letting your opposition stay in the game, you know, it's a challenge. I mean, it's a circle entry, but it's a circle entry without the end quality on it.
Yeah, and some slick skills there by Josh Metler, driving at the goal box, coming up against his fellow province teammate Dale Gertsen, and Dale Gertsen gets the better of that duel. And he throws a massive overhead. Cameron Azar picks it up high up. Can he get it? Oh, that's a poor pass, way behind Isaiah play. And here come the All-Stars. And Josh Metler being threatening in this entire game. Unfortunately, just can't keep the ball in control there. And I'm sure Dale Gertzen will try eat some seconds in here, but just 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Metza really is an exciting player. Go forward, great hands, but far too isolated for the All-Stars. You know, you look at a player like Mustafa Kasim, a Dayan Kasim, a Billy and Tuli. What makes them so dangerous is when they do something special and they've got the support with them. And that's really good defending from the All-Stars to shepherd that ball out. But Metza's being left quite alone, and, you know, it's very difficult to win the game without support. That's far better, though, when it comes to support. And here's a chance for the All-Stars.
Yeah, I know, Tyron, that's exactly true. One player can't win the game for you. They can definitely contribute, but if you see with the Raiders, they're playing a lot more of a combination style game, and that's where the support comes into play. But there was great overlapping run there by the All-Stars, which allowed them. And Cameron Lazar turns it over. Can he find Ruben Senzel? And it goes back to Cameron Lazar. One-on-one. What can happen? And it's a great save by the All-Stars keeper. Saw the danger, came out, and closed the attack. But here the Raiders come again. Can they win a penalty corner? And Josh Opperman and Seb Lagrange just not linking well enough there, and ball's gone out, and it's...
That opportunity on the break there, the through ball, sensational. It just seemed to have like that bit of weight that just kept going. And brilliant work from the keeper to close the space and deny the opportunity.
Raiders putting on a nice high press here. Like I said, playing a very positive front foot style of, or brand of hockey, and it's really exciting to watch. And I know that's pretty much a very similar way that the Western Province teams like to set themselves up. So it's nice to see them playing it through at this level. And Wayne Mdaba showing his quality, not allowing Cameron Lazar any space in the field there.
Western Province, of course, having another great year at RPT. Missing a number of players. Keenan Horn, Joey Rasmus, the Kasims, Ryan Julius, to name a few, and going on and defending their title. Just showing the depth of hockey, and something like CPL is only going to help contribute to that even further.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think so. In the year, Western Province have won under 18 boys, senior indoor, senior outdoor. The ladies narrowly losing in the final of their knockout. So, yeah, as you said, Tyron, a fantastic year for Western Province hockey.
Didn't the ladies lose the indoor final as well?
Yes, they did as well. They came second there. So, brilliant work out there. Whatever is happening in Western Province is definitely working.
There's something in the water. It might not be water, it might be tequila. The Raiders could do with a little bit something in their water. They were more dominant in the first half, and they've allowed the All-Stars a little bit of a glimmer of hope, and mistakes like that are only going to contribute.
It's 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Coach Kasa would not want them to concede now. It's really the worst time to concede as we see the All-Stars come in, and great keeping there. Stepping out when needed and clearing the ball. And is this another counter-attack for the Raiders? A bit of obstruction there, but good ball protection by Cameron Lazar, and again just a little bit behind his teammates, putting him under pressure, and thrown into the midfield needlessly with 30 seconds to go. Can the All-Stars make them pay for all the turnovers that the Raiders are opportunitizing them with, so they can attack? And Josh Opperman just hitting the ball after the whistle there very sneakily and getting away with it. Could definitely have been a penalty corner, but winding down 5 or 6 seconds, and it's Josh Mettler all the way by himself on the backhand and just missed it, and it's gone out. And I'm sure the Raiders will see this quarter out.
Well, that is it. The quarter has come to an end. It remains the Raiders who lead 1-0, and yeah, this should be great.
And over on the other side, we have the Raiders on the 16, 4-0 up, and they've just started their last quarter. At the moment, they are, if it stays like this, they will be 4 out of 4 games, and at the top of the table. We'll be back with you in a moment. And we're in the fourth chaka, and it's the Raiders on the attack. Leighton Olkers, but Wade Mdaba, fantastic centre back play there, getting nice and low, all the pressure onto the attacker, and he's been an absolute gem at the back there for the All-Stars, keeping his team in single-handedly. What a great player. Du Plessis on the ball and playing it through the press. The All-Stars strikers stepping into a nice high press, but the midfielders not stepping with the strikers. That just allowed the Raiders to receive the ball between the lines. But here come the All-Stars on another attack. We've enjoyed a lot of attacks in the last couple moments, and the ball's gone through, but great defending there by Christian Du Plessis, not falling under the pressure and just allowing the ball to go out for a 16. And now the Raiders can just calm the game down a little bit and get some composure on the ball.
Based on what we've seen today, the Raiders should be sitting pretty. They should be sitting comfortable. But just that one goal, they've given the All-Stars belief to come back into this game.
Umpire having a long think there. Ant Rumbold, who's also our umpire's manager. Just a free hit on the corner of the T-point outside the D. So the Raiders will definitely force the All-Stars to go backwards here. And as they step hard out to the sideline and force the direct ball, and it's well dealt with there by Josh Upperman, SA under 17 player as well. And here come the Raiders with Josh Medley in the thick of things again, showing his...
9.5 minutes remaining in this game for one of these two teams to go and settle it. Another goal for the Raiders will probably put the game to bed. Well, for the All-Stars, the goal could set up a juggernaut of a finish. Haven't seen both teams score in a game yet today, so it would be quite nice.
Yeah, it's actually been quite a... Ooh, as a Dale just giving the ball cheaply away there, and the All-Stars go quickly, but Josh Upperman showing his class and winning it. But again, another double turnover, and here come the All-Stars. Can they get something? Don't think Josh Metler was expecting that pass in. There was a lot of space on the outside for the All-Stars to exploit. And Josh Metler just hitting the ball after the whistle, and Anthony Rimbot is having none of it. Oh no, it is the Raiders player who's been sent off, and
time wasting.
Here come the Raiders. The player down will enjoy possession high up. And can Leighton Olkers keeps the ball in. That is fantastic.
That was a superb ball. And also really good how he played that off the keeper's pads to make sure he got the free hit. As we see the man on the Sinbin.
Isaiah Pillay, the captain of the Raiders, not leading by example there.
Depending what school of leadership you go to, of course.
And Josh Upperman on the board, just recycling it back, and maybe a bit of a forced one there, but get away with it. Leighton Olkers, just a bit of a swing and a miss. And that is deemed dangerous. And here come the All-Stars again.
I just can't help but keep thinking that the chances being wasted by the Raiders could just bite them so badly in this game. It's got that feel about it. If they don't manage to put a second away, that the All-Stars are going to pop up with one. And we're going to wonder how the Raiders didn't win this game.
Yeah, I think we were left like that in the first game, Joby, that we commentated. Was the Royals versus the Heat under 18 girls. And just as we say that, the All-Stars have won a penalty corner with just over 7 minutes to play. Can they come back into the game and set up an exciting end to the final game of this Friday evening?
Based on the way Metler's played so far, you've got to imagine that he's got his eyes set on this one. He wants to take it. He is not going to be the one that takes it as he moves off to the slip side. The reverse slip side, rather. Big chance here.
It's Wade Mdaba, and it is in the back of the net. The All-Stars are back in contention. It's 1-1, all square, 6.5 minutes to play. We are in for a fantastic ending to this game.
Some would say they saw that coming.
Yeah, and just before the penalty corner was given, as we see the replay come up, we saw the Royals waste plenty of opportunities with under 18 goals earlier, and they lost that game 2-0 to the Heat. And have the Raiders done the same? Can the All-Stars win it later, or will the Raiders come back and score straight away as Ndava leaves his feet but gets the ball cleanly? Opperman not happy with that tackle.
That was an interesting call. We don't like to see players go off their feet, especially into the tackle. But umpire saying he didn't endanger the player at all. He managed to dive into the space. It's really down to your perception. But it was a good tackle of the ball.
Yeah, and if there is contact made with the player, you'll usually see a 10-minute yellow card produced to that player. We saw it plenty of times at the Commonwealth Games as All-Stars get really lucky with that, and the ball makes it all the way through the Raiders press. And here come the All-Stars. Can they win it? And ball lifted there into the All-Stars player, and Raiders get the ball. And here we go. Cameron Lazar. It's got Ruben Senzo ahead of him. Ruben making a great lead. It's fed through. Is this the winner? Oh!
What a save!
It is Josh Opperman, excuse me, not Ruben Senzo, and the keeper has made an outstanding save, keeping the All-Stars in this. That could have been the winner, but well played there by the All-Stars. Needlessly given away there by the Raiders. And
but that's another one. I mean, I know that was a great save, Bryce, but it's another one that goes into the catalogue of should have been.
No, 100%. I think Opie did a fantastic job there. He held up the ball and maybe just wanted to lift it over the goalkeeper who had gone down early, but I don't think he got the exact connection on the shot that he wanted. But there was also Ruben Senzo on the far post. As we see Josh Metler turn.
What a ball.
Great ball through. All-Stars chance. Can they win it? Comes all the way back to Nal Fasaki, who plays it back to Josh Metler, to Mbasa Pelangane, and it's a great save by the Raiders goalkeeper. And it's end-to-end action here, Tyron. This is what we've been waiting for all day.
Yeah, this is it. This has the CPL feel going now. Yeah, it was. The spectators on the far side of the stands there. Yeah, this is an end-to-end. Both teams have the belief that they can go and win this. Mets are not given 5, but no control there, so it's an easy escape for the Raiders. Yeah, both teams seem to have that belief that they can still go win this. The Raiders have felt that all day, but All-Stars are pumped now. That goal gave them belief there. Metza is the clock that keeps them ticking. He's well charged, obviously a solar battery, no reliance on Eskom. And
yeah, I think as the game gets towards the end, both teams start rushing play a little bit, and it opens up for a lot of counter-attacks, and that's a great ball. And yeah, so a bit of poor decision-making coming from the Raiders side there, and the All-Stars have definitely been the better team in this final quarter. Will they get something, or will they share the points with the Raiders? As we see, it's a great receive there by Ozaya Pillay, just in the pocket there.
Very lazy tackle there from the All-Stars number 65. He is quite fortunate that he wasn't blown up for that, thanks to Ozaya Pillay not making any more of it and not making meal of it. But here comes another chance for the All-Stars. They've got the bit between their teeth, kind of like, you can almost sense it's like watching a cage fight. And they, or, you know, WWE back in the day when you believed that it was real. And it's that fighter that looked down and out, looked buried, and then slowly but surely works their way back into it and starts one punch, and starts to get the upper hand. Slowly but surely, it feels like it is All-Stars who are starting to dictate this game.
And I think if they switched it on a little bit earlier, it might have been a different game. But here we see Josh Opperman. It's a fantastic ball. The Raiders just couldn't complete that attack, and another chance goes a begging. And here come the All-Stars with 1.5 minutes to play. Ball into the midfield. It's a great receive and players running through the lines. Some very good brand of play by the All-Stars in this final quarter.
It's a very, very, very important interception. It was two men hanging behind him there. They really are playing. I know there's this urgency to the game right now, but they're playing with a technically sound efficiency right now, and it's really exciting to watch. Good take there.
Yeah, we were talking about the overhead earlier, and like when to use it and when not to use it, and when's it a good tactic or when's it a good throw. And just there, I think going straight down the All-Stars' throat, and for me, that's just giving possession away. You need to throw it into space or allow players to run onto it or throw it directly to your player. So I think Dale just going for power and seeing how far he can throw it again with a minute to play, just trying to play in the All-Stars half rather than have the ball in their half, but inviting counters.
Bryce, I'm glad you brought that up, because it isn't a good overhead. But if you do want to play that, the precision has to be perfect of the game. You know, you've got to hit it over the player's head. You've got to play it into a pocket of space. But the field was very well spread. You could have actually just got up with two quick passes. Would have bypassed that whole middle line. That is almost put in. Could have bypassed the whole middle line just with two passes, risk-free, and you would have had the ball there with momentum. It doesn't matter now, though. For the first time today, we get a goal-scoring draw. It is 1-1. A great comeback. A great comeback here from the All-Stars. They really came back. I think they were given a little bit of an assist by the Raiders. Their belief grew, and as a result of that, they have sealed the draw. Get the point after facing defeat in the face and laughing it off. It's been great to bring you the action today with ES Media. Great pictures, great quality, great team, and special thanks to Blutt, our sound engineer, world class. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at CPL 4.0 Part 2.
And that's good night from us.